Well, hello there. It's Wild Josh, and in this episode, we talk about the least faithful admiral in the Galactic Empire. That's right. Sit back and relax, because you're about to learn who's who when it comes to Conan Antonio Motti, aka Admiral Motti. Let's start with what we know to be canon. Conan Antonio Motti was born to a wealthy and powerful family on Ceswina, a planet in the Outer Rim. Motti became an officer in the Imperial Navy, eventually being promoted to Rear Admiral of the Star Destroyer Steel Talon. In 14 BBY, he was a member of the council that advised the Emperor on all martial-related matters, called the Joint Chiefs. Motti was even considered by Emperor Palpatine for the newly created position of Grand Moff, though that position was given to Wilf Tarkin instead. Grand Moff Tarkin led a campaign to destroy several key stations. Despite not leading this campaign, Motti took part and earned a promotion from the Emperor. And that's when we meet him aboard the Death Star. Motti now not only served as an admiral, but as a chief of the Imperial Navy. This is why he sits on the council addressing the fact that the stolen plans have eluded Darth Vader. Motti got into an argument about the effectiveness of the super weapon with General Cassio Taghi. After that argument, Admiral Motti got into a fight he couldn't win. Motti insisted that the Death Star was the foremost power in the galaxy. Lord Vader didn't agree, saying the ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force. Motti made the mistake of mocking Vader, which led to him being force-choked, only being able to catch his breath when Tarkin told Vader to stand down. Star Wars Factoid: the scene between Vader and Motti was the first time we got to see the Force in action. Like all good employees, Admiral Motti wrote a strongly worded incident report about Darth Vader and the whole choking business. Despite this encounter, Motti still stood by the fact that it was important to support this project as a show of Imperial power. After that, things got quiet for Motti. Well, they probably got quite loud and then were suddenly silenced as the Admiral died aboard the Death Star when Luke Skywalker blew it up into tiny little bits. Now for the Legends backstory. His origins are pretty much the same, just a little more filled in. The Motti family was a highly influential military family in the Empire. As a teen, he joined a sort of military youth movement on his home planet of Ceswina, and eventually joined the Academy, and was commissioned to the planet Presbelt 4. He quickly rose through the ranks. He grew close to an Imperial general named Otto, and in time, Motti was able to transfer to his friend's outpost on Locke, where he helped save Otto from the wrath of Darth Vader. In Legends, they also make Motti's distaste for the Force or anything supernatural a bit stronger. He's outspoken on such things and has made several enemies because of it. In Legends, they even connected Tarkin and Motti as in-laws through marriage. And in one story, Motti even saved Tarkin from an ambush in space while traveling to the Death Star from his home planet Aradu. There are several more stories which include General Taghi and Admiral Motti's rivalry, and Motti dealing with pirates around the time of the Death Star's completion that really flushed out Motti's complete reliance on technology, with him even stating that once the Death Star was complete, that it would be invincible. You know that whole Titanic idea, the unsinkable ship that sank? Now for some behind-the-scenes stuff. The character Admiral Conan Antonio Motti was played by Richard LaPalmentiere. In Star Wars A New Hope, funny enough, Richard LaPalmentiere originally auditioned for the role of Han Solo, despite how hard that is to picture. Instead, he was offered a role as a customs officer that would stop Harrison Ford's Han Solo from leaving Mos Eisley. But this role was cut from the script when LaPalmentiere turned it down. Regardless, they invited him back to read for Motti's lines, and the role stuck, despite being one of very few American actors to play a role as an Imperial officer. To shoot the scene where he gets choked by Darth Vader, LaPalmentiere spent days practicing choking in his dressing room, until he was satisfied that it looked genuine. even to the point of being able to make spasms in his neck. Richard Laparmentier even moved on in the Star Wars universe, well after his role in Episode 4. At the time of his death in 2013, Laparmentier was working on producing an animated fan film called Motti. This supposedly focused on the character as if he survived the Battle of Yavin and abandoned the Empire. Sadly, due to his death, it is unlikely that the project will ever be finished or released. Well, there you go. You now know who's who when it comes to Admiral Conan Antonio Motti. Would you like to know who's who about another character in the Star Wars universe? If so, let us know in the comment section down below. And if you don't want Vader to force choke you, I suggest that you hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.